I had two really bad experiences with my skin rejuvenating treatments. So when I was recommended a Moxi laser, I was very nervous. Moxi is a completely different category of treatment. And once I understood what it does to the skin, I felt a little bit more confident. But I was scared. Today, I'm covering everything you need to know and how to prepare for your first treatment, so you don't walk in as scared as I did. Before we get into the content of today's video, if you are new here, hi, my name is Tana. I am 48 and I am on a mission to age as well as I possibly can. If that's your goal too, I would love for you to join me on this journey. Thank you for watching and welcome to Timeless Beauty Journal, where we explore everything about beauty, skincare, fitness, nutrition, healthy aging, and longevity strategies for women over 40 who want to look and feel their best. And if you enjoy this type of content, I would love for you to hit the like button and subscribe. To start with, I want to give you the full picture on this treatment, what Moxi is and why it is one of the very few lasers that works for melasma, and how I prepare. The receptionist at the clinic forgot to share with me some pre-care instructions when I first booked an appointment. And I was so nervous that I spent days searching for information online and found almost nothing useful or at least reassuring. And that's why I am making this video today. Moxi is a non-ablative fractional laser made by a company called Cyton. Non-ablative means that it does not remove the outer layer of your skin. Ablative lasers resurface the skin by taking off that outer layer entirely, which can produce dramatic results, but also has significant downtime and higher risks. It delivers energy in microzones, tiny precise columns of treatment, while leaving the surrounding skin completely intact. And that surrounding intact skin is what drives the faster healing and recovery. Your body sees the treated zones and then activates its repair response. It boosts collagen production and your skin comes out the other side clearer, more even, smoother, like baby skin. The reason that Moxi works for melasma when so many other lasers do not comes down to the type of energy that it uses. Treatments like BBL and IPL use broad spectrum light that can stimulate melanocytes. And melanocytes are the cells that produce that pigment in your skin. If you already have overreactive melanocytes, which is really what melasma is, stimulating them further can trigger a flare-up and make your dark spots worse. Moxi uses a specific wavelength that targets the superficial layers of the skin without that melanocyte stimulating effect. That is why my dermatologist cleared me for Moxi and told me to stay away from the other treatments. I have done 5 sessions in total, all on my face, and my plan next year is to extend to my neck. Most clinics will recommend 3 to 5 sessions in your first year, spaced about a month apart, and then move into maintenance 1 or 2 sessions per year. And that is exactly the program that I am following. I want to share with you how I prepare before the treatment. I think this is actually very important. I always book my Moxi appointment before the winter. In Australia, that means booking around March or April, so the treatment falls in June or July. The reason is post-treatment sun avoidance. After Moxi, you need to protect the treated skin from the sun for about 2 weeks. And because of my melasma, I try to do it for 2 months. If I had the treatment done in winter, I am naturally spending less time outdoors and in the sun. And I'm not worrying about the beach days, the outdoor events, or the long drives with the sun coming through the car window. So, before I book, I also look at my calendar for the following 8 weeks, and I check for anything that could put me in direct sun for extended period of time. Plus, I know from experience that the treatment will be very visible in my face for around 4 to 7 days after. So I make sure that I don't have any big events, presentations, interviews, or appointments booked within a week of that session. While I was working in an office, I tried booking the treatment on Wednesday evenings, work from home the following Thursday and Friday, and then allow the weekend for my face to clear out before I had to go back to the office on Monday. And of course, I also make sure that I have plenty sunscreen and hats around, so there is no excuses to put my beautiful treatment and my brand new skin at risk. And here is what your clinic will expect you to do in the lead up to your appointment. No sun tanning or prolonged direct sun exposure for at least 2 weeks before your appointment, and that includes solariums. Just cover up and apply your sunscreen to the areas that are going to be treated. No fake tan for at least 1 week prior, and it needs to be completely exfoliated before you go in. Keep your skin hydrated in the weeks leading up to the treatment. Drink plenty of water and apply moisturizer regularly. This matters because Moxi works by finding water within the tissue, and the more hydrated that you are, the more effective the treatment is going to be. So, hydration here is literally affecting your results. Also, tell your treating specialist about any medications or vitamins that you are currently taking, because some medications can affect your skin sensitivity or your recovery. And finally, if you have a history of cold sores, make sure to let your clinician know in advance. The recommendation in my clinic is to start an antiviral 1 or 2 days before the treatment and continue for 3 days in total. It's not my case, but it's important to know. Just a quick break. Have you had any laser treatments done? Or are you considering Moxi for the first time? Please let me know in the comments below. And also, if there are any questions about preparing or the treatment that I have not covered in the video, please drop them in the comments also. I'll do my best to answer them all. Now, let's keep going. If you are watching this, it is probably because you want to know how to prepare for a Moxi treatment. But I thought that I will mention as well what to expect during the treatment and what you will need to do post-treatment. In my clinic, they usually apply a numbing cream before starting. With my sensitive skin, this usually stings a bit, but is tolerable. During the actual treatment, you will likely feel the machine working, creating those micro injuries in your skin. They use a cold air around it, and that manages the sensitivity. And I will say that for me, it is almost painless. Right after they finish, it feels like your skin is burning, and this lasts for about 2 to 3 hours. There can also be a little bit of swelling, and your skin will look like you had a tan for the next 24 to 48 hours. Then from around day 2, you will start seeing those little tiny blacks all over your face. And those will tend to be darker where you had the pigmentation. You may also experience some itchiness, dryness, and when you touch your skin, it will feel like sandpaper. That texture is just the cycle of the skin that is renewing, and it will clear within about a week. It is very important that you follow your clinician's instruction. For post-treatment, that could include using a gentle cleanser morning and night, applying a soothing balm for a few days. They will probably advise you what's the right product or provide it. They will tell you to avoid heat for at least 24 hours after the treatment, and this includes hot showers, baths, and saunas. No chemical exposure for 5 days, including chlorinated pools, makeup, cleaning products, or chemical sunscreen, and active skincare. That means you won't be using your AHAs, BHAs, scrubs, vitamin A, retinol, lightening agents, vitamin C, and no makeup for the next 24 hours. Of course, no sun exposure for at least 2 weeks, and you have to apply your sunscreen every single day during that period and forever really. Also, you need to avoid any other aggressive skin treatments for at least 2 weeks post-treatment. And by the way, I don't have a treatment book in the short term, but when I have my next session, I will make sure to take you with me on that journey. That's it for today. And if you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new here, I will love it if you subscribe to the channel. It helps grow the channel, but it also helps me create more content like this for you. Please also let me know in the comments if you already had a Moxi laser or if you are thinking of having one, and if you have any questions about how to prepare or about the treatment itself, and I will try to answer them all. In my next video, I am going to share with you 5 things that I quit to slow down aging, and I look forward to seeing you there.